Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different to the usual kind of style of content that I make. Now, as a lot of you may know that I just got back from New York City and Toronto. I just went there for the World Cup and also went to Toronto for a few days to visit Grace. Now, I had every intention to vlog the entire thing. Like, I bought a whole new camera. I went into it. I was like, I'm gonna vlog this. I'm gonna get 2 vlogs. Not just 1 vlog. I'm gonna get 2 vlogs. And yeah, I was about 2 days in and didn't vlog really much more. The way that I see it is most of the people that I was hanging out with and myself kind of live our entire lives with cameras shoved in our faces, being YouTubers and whatnot. So I didn't really feel comfortable grabbing my camera and like just shoving it in people's faces to get content. I wanted to be in the moment, enjoy it, and not feel like I was forced to record, if that makes sense. So I hope you guys understand that. I thought I would do kind of like a style like what Lennon has done in the past, kind of like a recap. He does a month recap. I'm gonna do a trip recap, tell you guys what went down, tell you guys some like highlights, some moments, and also give you guys a little bit of an update on what's happening in my life at the moment. As a lot of you may know, we are about to move houses. I just bought a new dog. So yeah, this video is like a recap video of my life right now, yeah? Let's start at the beginning. I decided that I would go to Toronto for a few days first because Grace is currently living there because she's in love. I said that really weird. In love. But yeah, Grace is living in Toronto at the moment, so I was like, I miss you. I'm coming to see you. So Tannar's had a couple good months on the channel, so she thought this year I'm gonna treat myself. So I bought myself some nice business class flights. Yes, I'm an independent woman that can afford that kind of shit. I can't really. I'm never doing that again. It was way too expensive. But listen, I enjoyed it. I sat back, relaxed for a couple hours, and by a couple hours, I mean 24 hours door to door from Sydney to Toronto. It was a lot of travel, like a lot. I don't think people who live in America understand how long it takes to get to the States from America. I mean, from Australia. God damn it. I'm saying going to the States. I went to Canada. I'm sorry to all those Canadian people out there, guys. Listen, I've had a lot of coffee this morning. Surprisingly, the trip over there was the longest that I've sat and done absolutely nothing in probably about 9 months, not even joking. That was what I was the most keen for, the flight over there, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna watch some TV hits and just not think about YouTube. And guess what, it was actually extremely relaxing, like laying back in my seat and just going, not doing anything for the next 18 hours. How sick is that? Now, going to Toronto was super important for me because, as you guys know, Grace is one of like my really, really good friends. When I moved to Sydney, she was kind of like my lifeline. Like, she's one of the girlfriends that I hang out with like all the time when she's obviously in Sydney. She's one of my biggest supporters, so I have missed her so much. When she told me she was moving across to Toronto, I was like, no. But I was like, holiday, I can come and visit. I can come to Toronto and visit. So that's exactly what I did. So it was so good to spend some time with her and to see her again. I can't wait for her to come back to Sydney. You know, I don't really have many other friends in Sydney other than like the Click girls, which I'm very grateful for them, but I'm very excited for Grace to be back. So yeah, going to Toronto to spend some time with her was super important to me. And also I got a holiday out of it. So like, come on, I'm not complaining. I'm definitely not complaining. Also, Toronto is such a nice city. Kind of reminds me of Sydney, but not at the same time. Like, we have the Centrepoint Tower. Toronto has the CN Tower. And I'm sorry, Sydney, I love you so much, but the Westfield Tower, it sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, I went to Toronto, met up with Grace, was extremely fucking jet lagged. Like, I'm talking was jet lagged for like 5 days. There was one day that I woke up at 3 p.m. Grace thought I died. So the rest of the group was over there. It was like Elliot, Lachlan, Mitch, Lachlan's brother. It was Brawl, Rob, me, Harrison. God, who else was there? Ilsa. How could I forget Ilsa? We were all over there. We went out for dinner a couple nights. We went out to bars for a couple of nights. Then one of the nights, this was actually a highlight of my trip. I actually met, you may know her. Her name is Azzyland. She has been a huge inspiration for my channel. Oh my God, could not say a bad word about that beautiful human. She is one of the nicest people. Lennon and Ilsa were like, oh my God, you'll meet Azzy. She's one of the nicest people. Grace was like, oh, you'll get along with Azzy so much. Holy shit. It was like I had known her for like 20 years, not even joking. I was like, I feel like I've known you my entire life. Like, what is going on? But yeah, so Grace, Ilsa, Azzy and I went out for dinner one night, got bevs, had a really nice meal. There was one point in the night that we had shots on the table, we had cocktails on the table, we had champagne on the table. I was like, God damn, what is my life right now? Like, there was so many moments on this trip where I just looked around and I was like, oh my God, like, is this legitimately my life? I feel like I'm a very sentimental person, and there was so many moments where I was just like, holy shit, I'm extremely extremely grateful, and what the heck is my life. Another moment that I will never forget in Toronto was the time that Grace, Ilsa, Brawl and I went in Brawl's grandmother's convertible and drove all around Toronto listening to Drake songs. Just felt good for me because I was in the moment, but like I remember saying to the others, like this is something that I'll never forget. Like this moment right here, us driving through the 6. I think that's what they call Toronto, right? But if you don't follow me on Instagram, what the hell are you doing? This is where all these stories and moments have been happening. So honestly, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that all of these things already happened, and I apologize, but I'm just keen about the trip. I'm excited to tell you guys how it went. You know, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Not really much else happened in Toronto. We kind of all just chilled out, went for dinners. I drank a lot of coffee because I was extremely jet lagged, so trying to stay awake was hard. One morning I went to sleep at 6 a.m. It was bad. It was really bad. And then the main reason we went to North America was that we were going for the Fortnite World Cup. Yes, one of the most insane experiences I've ever had in my entire life. So we flew from Toronto to New York City. And I thought, okay, we're gonna have plenty of time to like go for a shop, you know, explore the city a little bit. No, it was non-stop from the stadium back to the hotel, to the stadium, to dinners, to the hotel, to YouTube party, to this, to that. It was just like, it was crazy. There was not one moment where I could go, okay, we just need to breathe a little bit and, you know, just reflect. Let's just reflect a little bit. So the main point was that we were going to watch the competition. The main day was the Sunday when Booger won $3 million, which was absolutely incredible to be in that atmosphere of like, this kid is walking away with $3 million. And not only is he walking away with $3 million, second place is 1.8, third place is 1.2, fourth place is like 900K. It's like, there was a lot of people walking away with some serious cash. Like, and it's not people, it's mostly kids. Like, what do you mean? I think for me personally, it's like I look at Fortnite, like Fortnite completely changed my life. I wouldn't be here in Sydney if it wasn't for Fortnite. I don't think many people in Click would be where they would be if it wasn't for Fortnite. So seeing our lives being changed by a game, to see all these kids' lives being changed by a game, it's just like, it was, oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's just super surreal. I was just like, what the heck? What are we all doing here? Like, oh, it's still so weird to me. So we got to see some of the biggest creators. We were hanging out with all the Click people. We met Ali A, his beautiful fiance. We were with Azzy and Geordie. The whole Australian gang was there. It was like a really good time. We all went out one night, and all I can say is what happened in New York City stays in New York City. It was a night I'll never forget. This is what happens when Tannar stops drinking and she's sober for nights out. She remembers everything. I remember everything. It's all stained in my brain. Also, one of the highlights of the whole time in Toronto was this beautiful dog called Luna. It is Rob's mum's dog, and she is one of the most beautiful, well-trained dogs. I'm sorry, Willie, I don't want to cheat on you like that, but she was just gorgeous. Like, I don't even have any words for her. I'll put some photos up here for you so you can kind of see how cute she is. She's wrapped in this like orange blanket. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Another thing that happened while we were in New York City was that Lennon almost caused a stampede. It was actually not funny. We thought it would be funny, but it was not funny. It was this moment where we thought Lachlan and Kath were having a meetup at the YouTuber Creator Lounge, which wasn't a thing at all, apparently. Brawl just got his information wrong. So we're like, okay, we'll go meet them. And then security was like, listen, we don't have enough security to escort you. You're gonna have to run if you're gonna do it, or you don't go. So Lennon was like, you know what? F it. I'm gonna run. And I was like, this is a bad idea. Once he started running, the stampede started going. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. So yeah, one of the nights we had a huge YouTube gaming party that we went to. It was a lot of fun to meet other creators, and you know, it was kind of like my first YouTube event. I'd never actually been to one before, and it was like, when I was signing up for it, they were like, how many subscribers do you have? I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. This is so weird. And then on the other night, we went to Casey Neistat's gaming bar, lounge. I don't know. It was like this cool like area with like computer setup and like a lounge and also like merchandise. It was a weird place, but also like it was Casey Neistat's place, so that was kind of cool. David Dobrik was there, Jason Nash was there. We've had interactions with them before at the Clout House party, so we didn't get to chat about past experiences, unfortunately. I hope that they don't remember Ilsa and I, because we had some embarrassing moments with them in LA. Ilsa's like, David, I love you. So after New York City, Jared and Lennon and Ilsa all headed home. I went back to Toronto for like a couple nights before heading back to Sydney. At that point, I was like, I'm ready to get home. I miss Willie. I'm like, you know, missing home, wanting to get back into making content. We're just about to move houses, so everything was like, what am I still doing here? I tried to change my flights, literally tried to change my flights. How ungrateful does that sound? You're on a nice holiday and you're like, I want to get home to work. But it was like $4,000. I'm like, Tannar cannot justify that. So I spent a little bit more one-on-one fun time with Grace before heading back to Sydney because she's not back for a little while. So, you know, that was really nice to see Toronto for a little bit more. We did Toronto, New York, back to Toronto, and then all the way back to Sydney. And I had a lot of flight delays on the way home, which was extremely annoying. I was so cooked, like so cooked. I stayed awake for like 24 hours in order to try and reset my body clock so that when I got home, I wasn't jet lagged. Will say it did work, so I want to thank Rob for telling me to do that because the jet lag on the way there kind of like put a downer on the trip, not gonna lie. I was such a short trip that it was like the jet lag ruined the first half of it, and then, I mean, not ruined it, like just kind of scuffed it up a little bit. But yeah, then I returned back to Sydney, returned back to my dog, my favorite little boy, Willie. And then the next day, after, you know, spending the day at home, unpacking, washing my clothes, organizing myself a little bit, we headed to go get Biscuit, the beautiful little Biscuit, which I will be releasing a vlog. It may or may not be up now, I don't even know, of us going to get her. She is so beautiful, so gorgeous. Oh my God, I haven't even looked at her this entire time. I should probably see if she's okay. There she is. So as soon as I landed back in Sydney, I had a day's rest, and then we went and got little Biscuit, little Bicky. That was a nice little dint in my wallet. She was extremely expensive. So if I have uploaded the video, go check out the vlog of us going to get her. If I haven't, keep your eyes out for it. And as I said, this is a little bit of a recap of the trip, but also a little bit of recap of what's going down. I'm currently still in the office, but you're going to be seeing some changes soon. In the next week or so, I will be moving. So by the time this is out, I've probably already moved. As you guys know, I have a lot of backlog of videos, so don't be alarmed if you see a bunch of videos that are here, but also at the new house. But get excited because at the new house, the dogs will be able to be in the videos with me because at the moment I'm in an office space the dogs can't come to. So get excited. That is actually a really exciting part of, like, you know, moving into a house where the puppies can be. So you'll see a lot more of Biscuit. You'll see a lot more of Willie. I'm really excited to get better internet, which means streaming. Guys, I'm gonna start streaming again. It's gonna be great. I get to stream again. But yeah, the trip overall was absolutely insane. As I said, it was good to have a little bit of a break from content. I felt refreshed. At the end there, I was feeling a little bit fatigued because I was trying to like smash out as many recordings as possible before the trip. So, you know, I'm feeling mentally refreshed, really motivated. I'm just in limbo at the moment as we wait for the move, and, you know, with the new puppy, I can't be down in the office too long because she's like howling and crying because she, you know, she loves me. I'm sorry, I can't help it. But yeah, as we get the move done, get settled into the house, I'm really excited to smash out content, put a higher production value on the content that I'm making. And yeah, that was the trip to New York City. I'm sorry that I didn't vlog it. I apologize. As I said, we live our lives with cameras in our faces. It's very easy to be taken away from the moment because you like want to film it and want to, like, you know, capture it on camera. I'm not Dave Dobrik, okay? I'm not used to this I'm hoping to vlog more in the future, but unfortunately this trip was just like, you know, I had to take it all in. You may not feel like you were there as much as you would with a vlog, but at least this way you know what went down, you know, you got to enjoy a little bit of the clips with me. I apologize, okay? I'm sorry. But if you guys want to see more recap videos on my life or my month review or, you know, trips or the move or whatnot, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, and I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best, okay? I'm stressed. I'm in limbo. And I'm yeeting.